This is our labor and delivery video. So her name is Willow Martina Juliet. You can see her there. Isn't she so precious? She's fast asleep, so I'm gonna let her stay that way. But she's got to get used to her mommy vlogging, so. So on Tuesday, November 23rd, we were supposed to get induced. So we were supposed to get brought into the hospital early-ish. But what happened was there was lots of people having babies that day. So we didn't end up getting to go in, but I called a lot that day. I called at least 2 or 3 times trying to see if they were going to be calling us. And they finally said, they're like, okay, come in at 7:30 that night, Tuesday night, and we'll check you. We'll do a non-stress test on the baby, and then, you know, they'll either keep me or we'll be going back home. So we came in and they hooked me up to the fetal monitor so they could check how the baby was doing, and she was doing just fine. So what is it? 10 after 9 on Tuesday, November 23rd, and Stevie and I are now in the hospital and we're admitted. The doctor said that I'm 2 centimeters dilated and 75% effaced, and I won't need Cervidil, which is awesome. So we're just waiting on the doctor, and she's going to come in and break my water, and then it'll be baby time. Well, contraction time anyway. And then who knows how long that'll last.
Baby time.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited. My mom's on her way over, and yeah.
See, it's legit.
Yeah.
Hospital stuff. It's not just in her bedroom.
Yeah.
Sweet bed.
That's awesome. So they decided to just keep us because I was already kind of progressing. So that was at, my husband wrote everything down through the day. So that was at 7:30. We got to the hospital, and then around 8:30 we got word that we were staying. So I texted my mom, or Steve did, called my mom, and told her to come ahead over because she was our other labor support person. And then by 8:45 we were put in the birthing room. So we actually got brought over to the room where we would deliver little Willow. And so once we got in there, I was actually starting to get contractions because after she checked me, I was noticing that I was getting contractions. They were pretty mild, kind of like a Braxton Hicks, but they were coming pretty frequently. We didn't get our water broken until 5 to 1 in the morning. So now we're in Wednesday. So Wednesday, November 24th. They broke my water, and then we went for a walk down the halls of the hospital, and my contractions started to get really strong. It was they were strong. I had to stop and hold handrails, and it was just very
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, that one's starting to let off.
Okay. That was shorter. That's good.
They're back to around 45 seconds.
I'm so hot.
How you doing, kid?
Sore. The one thing I have to say is that, because I want to make sure I put in as much detail as possible, I was really nervous about them breaking my water because I was afraid it would hurt, and it actually didn't at all. They go in and check you just like they would to check to see if you're dilated, and then they use this little hook, and they just stick the hook up and break it, and you feel a gush of liquid or fluid come out, which is really nasty. One thing nobody told me about labor, and I didn't know, is how much fluid you actually leak. It's disgusting. So they put pads on you, like these ginormous pads, so that you can leak out and go for walks and whatever, and some mesh underwear. But it's still, I could not get over it. That was the one thing I kept telling my mom and Steve. I was like, nobody told me it was so messy, the pre-pushing part. So, yeah, they broke my water, and then at 3:10 in the morning, so at this point I'd been laboring for about 2 hours, they gave me the IV. They gave me an IV because I had requested an epidural, We also tried the gas, the whatever you call it, whatever it is. I don't know what it was. And it was stupid. It was so stupid. Like, it's like this little mask thing, and you have to put it on your face, and you have to breathe in when you're having a contraction, like through it. But it doesn't do anything at all. Like, it was just stupid. So I was like, no, this isn't working.
Is it working, sweetie?
I don't know.
No.
Just, yeah, just grab them and work on the first.
Yeah. Awesome. Must have been a little better.
I definitely feel more lightheaded.
That's good.
I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to feel. Because I have the high risk for blood clots, they had to run blood work to check my blood type to be sure that if I hemorrhaged, they would have blood on hand for me. So they ran the blood work and they sent it off. And meanwhile, I'm still in like excruciating pain. Contractions are the worst thing ever. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this. They hurt like hell. By 4:25, I got the epidural, and at this point, my contractions were coming so often, and they were so strong. It was just like, duh, so much. Anyway, they checked me again at 4:43 to see how far along I was, and at that point, they're like, you're already 10 centimeters dilated. So between them breaking my water, I think it was about 3 centimeters, and getting the epidural, which was only like 3 hours, I had dilated from like 3 to 10 centimeters all on my own without pain medication. So that part was fine. Like, not fine. It was really bad. But like, I probably could have kept going, but it was just so painful. So she's like, yep, you're 10 centimeters. They wanted the baby's, she checked to see where the baby's head was, and the baby's head was still really high. So she said, you know what, we'll just, now that you're on the epidural, hang tight. We'll let the baby's head drop into the birth canal a little more, and then we'll start pushing. And then I started getting like really bad tailbone pain. Like, it hurt so much in my butt. Like, I'm not even lying. It hurt in my butt. And I kept telling Steve and my mom, I'm like, I can't feel contractions. I'm like, the only way I know I'm having one is that my butt hurts like hell. Like, oh, so much pressure. And like, it literally felt like you had to go to the bathroom really, really bad, but couldn't. Anyway, horrible. And then we waited for about an hour and a bit to let the head drop down, and we did some practice pushing. So she just would, got my legs ready in the stirrups, and then we practice pushed. And then around, I guess it was probably around like 5, quarter to 6-ish, maybe closer to 6. They said, yep, let's start pushing. You're ready? Because I was feeling so much pressure. So started pushing, and by 6:36, she was out. So it went fast. Like, they broke my water at 1, and then I had her by 6:36. So 5.5 hours of labor and pushing for my first baby being induced, which I think is pretty rare. And she was 17 days early. So, but after she was born, it was so crazy. The feeling right before, it hurts so much, and you just like want it out. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, when I was pushing at the very end, the doctor's like, wait, push, 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 and I was, and she's like, don't push, because the doctor wasn't even in the room yet, and the baby was coming. So the doctor like comes in the room and just gets in there, just gets her gown on and her gloves on, and I was like, there was no way I was stopping pushing at that point. I was like going all the way. So I pushed, and I felt all the burning pain go away, and then I felt pop, pop over her shoulders, and then a gush, and next thing I know, she was out, and they held her up to me, and they put her on me.
I tell you, that was fast. Holy moly.
Here's your baby.
She's pretty cute, should I say?
Oh my
It is a girl, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a girl?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, we're gonna get her dried off. Okay, we want her to keep crying.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, cry,
I
baby.
have enough time
Keep
to get you
crying,
here
get
and
her
get your
crying.
gloves on.
Oh. Oh my god.
Why don't I just dry her up a little bit for you,
Yeah.
and I'll bring her right.
Oh, it was so amazing. And, yeah, overwhelming. And I'm going to tear up just thinking about it. You can see my little monkey. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's her all over you. Gosh. Maria, how many weeks? She's 37 and 4. 37 and 4? Yeah. Or 5, I guess now. No, I think she's 3 and 4.
Hi, Willow. Hi, babies.
She's just lulling them into a false sense of security.
Yeah, really.
Willow.
Really quiet.
It's Willow, and there's a mommy.
It's when you get home.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's staring at you.
Hey, baby.
He's staring at you. Hi, Willow.
Can you believe she's ours?
No. Little Christmas baby.
So perfect. Took her over to the weigh station and weighed her, and she was 6 pounds, 13 ounces. And then they brought her back over to me because she was a little grunty. She had some fluid on her lungs. So they put her on me for skin on skin, and she stayed that way for a while they checked her and stuff. And then at that point my doctor was stitching me up because, yeah, ladies, I definitely tore. I had the 3rd degree tear, which is really bad. It's almost from front to back, just about. So yeah, so she was stitching me up, and I could feel it even with the epidural. So they had to give me local freezing, finish that. Or they let me breastfeed her, and it was so cool because she latched on right away. It was just like she was just laying there, and then I put her to the breast, and right away just latched on, and she knew how to drink, and I was like so excited. But yeah, so she was born on Wednesday. We've been in the hospital since. It's now Saturday. She's got some jaundice, so they've been treating her with phototherapy. We're just waiting on some 4 o'clock blood work and to see if her jaundice levels are staying good. And if they're down and staying down, then we can go home today, which I'm so excited about. But it's just, it's been the most amazing experience. So thank you for joining us on the journey.